This is Morgan Hazelwood, back again with more writing tips and writerly musings. Now, I don't know how the write-ins you've gone to or have thought about going to work, but these are the guidelines I follow to try and get the most out of the write-ins I attend, virtual or not. Now, there are some write-ins that are just people sitting there, heads down, online or not, typing away, but most of the ones I've attended have been at least a mixture of social and writing. Maybe because this ambivert is a social creature, but those are the ones I keep going back to. So here are Morgan's 5 write-in tips for getting the most out of that write-in. Tip 1, pick a modest goal. You are there to write. True. And socialize. Sure, you can ignore the other people, but if so, why are you even there? Okay, it's probably so the peer pressure will keep you on track, and if that's the type of person you are, that's fine. Different strokes, different folks, everything. So most of the write-ins I've attended, I've ended up spending about half the allotted time writing and half the allotted time either socializing or being weirded out about how super quiet it was, and then falling down a rabbit hole of research or cleaning up my Google Drive folders. I couldn't work with that much quiet. Even though I type and work at home in quiet, it was weird. Long story short, expect to get as much writing done in 2 hours of a write-in as you would at home with 1 hour of actual focused writing. If you need the moral support to get that focus, more power to you. My second writing tip, break that modest goal into discrete tasks. My most productive time at write-ins or writing ever tend to be during writing sprints. Someone will set a timer and then we'll write for 10 to 20 minutes, and after we'll chat, get snacks, refocus, and go again. Now, how I make sprints work for me is I pick a discrete task. It doesn't have to be directly putting words on paper. It can be creating a list of names for characters. It can be deciding what the next scene will be. It can be researching how long it takes to get from Locksley to Sherwood. It could be editing the rest of the chapter, or it could be let me get this dialogue done, or let me finish this scene. Whatever you can focus on, but you get the point. It's got to be something zoomed in and focused. Maybe it's 50 words, maybe it's 500 words. Set a goal that's within reach for you today, right now. Just because sometimes you can do 1,000 words in 20 minutes doesn't mean you can do that every day. To assess yourself and be patient with yourself. My third tip for getting the most out of write-ins is embrace your competitive side. Make that peer pressure work for you. If you're the sort of person like me who likes writing or editing at least as much as my average, race yourself. If you're the type of person who likes writing or editing more words than the other people in the group, try to be the best of the group, or at least beat the person who beat you last time, inch your way up there. My fourth tip for getting the most out of a write-in is to embrace the breaks. You're at a write-in to socialize, to network, to make friends and potential critique partners. You are there to hang out with the people who understand why getting the story of some imaginary people right matters to you. Accept that the time spent at the write-in will not be 100% on writing, and welcome the friends you make. And my final tip, make sure your equipment is ready. If you're in person, make sure you've brought everything you need. Make sure you've got a pen or a pencil and a sharpener and a notepad, or a laptop and a power cord and an extension cord to reach that power outlet, and a mouse because nobody likes touchpads. Sorry, tangent there. If it's a virtual write-in, test your microphone and, if needed, your video camera ahead of time. Adjust the lighting so people can see you and not some shadow and smudgy screen because you haven't cleaned it in 3 months. Make sure that your setup location is set up for comfort and productivity so you can actually work where you're sitting. And make sure, if it's a virtual write-in, that you know how to use the app and that you've got the time right. You don't want to lose that time to tech support or downloading the app or the update or what have you. You want to make sure you can log in and get right to it, and that you're not the one saying, "Can you hear me now? Wait, maybe if I turn off my video," which does actually help if you're pixelated and it's coming in all wonky. But whether you're doing an in-person write-in or a virtual person write-in, one of their supplies I like to have is a drink in one hand and a snack in the on the desk, not in my hand because then I couldn't type. But I like to have drinks and snacks at hand because that's how I write. Anyway, those are my 5 tips. Even if write-ins weren't your thing before this whole, if you're feeling isolated right now, you may want to try them again. And if you've never attended a write-in or you've had a bad experience, it might be a good time to try again. With the right group, it could be exactly what you need. And that's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button and share it with all your friends. It goes a long way towards helping people find me. And I'll be back again next Monday with more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye-bye.